Good to get back in action this weekend after the international break?
Yeah, I think the international break for a lot of boys is a good chance to sort of get a small break and reset, but as you say, getting back together, I think everyone's looking forward to getting back to playing and looking forward to the Ross County game.
How do you feel the season's been from you both from a personal point of view and indeed the team?
I think we had a very strong start to the season. I think we certainly feel that compared to last season we are improving pretty much in every department, and I still think there's more to come from us in terms of points. There's been games where we've probably not got the points that maybe the performance would deserve, and personally I think I'm in a good place right now. It was good for me to get a break over the summer and come back in fresh in pre-season because I didn't get that last year, and I feel the benefit of that myself.
Yeah, you talked about that. I mean, you're probably one of the most consistent players at the club this season, so you must be really happy with that.
Yeah, I think from the club there's been a lot of faith put in me with them taking me back permanently after being here on loan, and as I say, I had a good pre-season, and I felt ready to contribute as soon as I came to Kilmarnock, and I feel the benefit of playing regularly, and I think I learned from that as well. So for me, it's been very positive so far. When
you've had those loan moves and now you're permanent selection in the team pretty much, does it justify your decision to come, obviously? Yeah,
I think there was always going to be, with the decision for me to come, there was always a big emotional attachment with me at Rangers because it had been so long I've been there, but since I've done it I've not looked back. I feel like this season I've been building on last season being here, and I'm enjoying playing regularly. I feel really settled here, and I've got a lot personally to look forward to myself.
Yeah, you must feel you're just getting close to that first point away from home. Victories.
Yeah, it's frustrating because we've had opportunities to do it and passed it, but looking at even the last away game, stats would suggest that we should have got more than we done. So if anything, that makes it more frustrating. But there's an optimism amongst us and a patience that is coming.
Yeah, you just feel it's not far away.
Yeah, and I think our mindset just needs to be the next game's an opportunity to go and do that.
How important was the manager in your decision to come here permanently?
Important. I enjoyed playing under him last season, and I knew exactly what he was all about, how he wanted to work, and as I say, I felt I got a lot myself from last season, and I wanted to build on that, and I feel like that's what I've been continuing to do this season.
You just mentioned there the kind of emotional connection you had to Rangers, having spent a lot of time there. What was the process like when you found out you weren't going to be at the club any longer? Who spoke to you? Who sat you down? What was that like?
After my loan here, gone back in for pre-season, I had a year left in my contract, and the sort of message was, do pre-season, we'll see how the squad shapes up, where you fit in, and then fast forward to July, I knew Kilmarnock were keen to take me back, and at that point I had a decision myself to make, and as I say, there was an emotional attachment there, but the sort of the work I'd done on loan and the development I felt I was getting, that was what I wanted to prioritise, and for me it was exciting to come back to Kilmarnock and be a part of a club as well that's looking to improve themselves, and you can see that the last couple of seasons, the team's improving every year.
Is that quite a mature decision, do you think? Because a lot of players might have thought, do you know what, I'll stick here and chance my luck and try and break into that Rangers first team, but you thought, no, I'll go to elsewhere. No, I can get first team football here. Some players might have stayed put. No.
Yeah, I think younger me years ago wouldn't have made that decision, and I think me being on loan here is a great example of me learning that myself. That feeling that development of playing regular football every week in the top flight, and also being a part of this club. I really enjoyed last season, and I wanted more of that.
Were there any figures at Rangers that were specifically or particularly important to your own development and own career, perhaps senior professionals in the first team or coaches, anyone that you think was a real big help to you?
Yeah, I still look back on my time there as like overwhelmingly positive, and it helped me a lot. My loans manager, Billy Kirkwood, he was excellent for me personally because I had him as a coach when I was younger, and then the 4 loans I had, he was a big help with that as well. I took a lot from him, and when I was 17, 18, 19, getting close to the first team side, I think Conor Golson was a good one to look up to, and he helped me as well.
What's your ambitions at Kilmarnock? What would you like to achieve here?
I think as a team we want to be climbing the table, being as positive we can, and looking for a top 6 or European spot at the end of the season. That's our real ambition. So I'd like to be playing in a team that does that. Personally, and sort of long term, I've played for the Scotland youth setups. I've been lucky to do that. So I would love to work towards getting a call up. That would mean everything to me, but that's something that I've just got to be patient with and keep working away at.
Yeah, there's been players at this club before that have played for Scotland's current teammates, like Stuart Finlay, guys before Eamon Brophy, Greg Taylor, plenty of others that have played for Scotland whilst being at that club. Is that something you think that you can achieve whilst you're still at Kilmarnock? You think?
Yeah, exactly. They're great examples that boys have done at this club before and in this league. So yeah, exactly. They're great examples to look up to and think if they've done it, I want to go and do it as well.
Has there been any contact from the SFA or Steve Clark? Does he speak to you? Even Scott Gemmell still speak to anyone like that? Advice of what to do this season to try and push for a spot in that squad?
You still keep in contact every now and then with the people that you've been in football with before, and everyone's just full of encouragement, and as I say, those sort of experiences that I had when I was younger, they push you towards it.
Do you think if you continue this form this season, maybe there's an outside chance of Germany next summer?
Yeah, again, it's something to be positive and optimistic about, but I'd say with the current squad, you do need to be patient, because you look at the boys that are in that, they're all playing at a really high level, and they've been outstanding this last campaign.